Hello Vital MTB, you're watching 17 Questions with Josh Bryceland. Let's begin. Did you ever actually drink Monster? Well, yeah, I did. It was an interesting, well, it was a funny story there. But when the first year I signed to Monster was 08, when they heard I might do well at World Champs, I think Steve worded them up. And obviously at that time it was like pretty minimal income for myself, so every little bit helped sort of thing. Signed with Monster. First or second race of the year at Maribor, had a big crash in it at my knee. Whilst I was missing Andorra, me and my mate Easy got a bottle of Jägermeister and we had a crate of Monster. And we got stuck in, and I think I had about five cans of Monster whilst we drank this bottle of Jaeger between us. Basically just could drank all night. Felt like a champion, just out drinking pints, drinking gin, drinking everything. Not even feeling like I was getting drunk, so I was so strung out on my shit. And then lay in bed awake whilst my hangover came on, just twitching and feeling horrible. So I never really drank it much after that. It was like my first sick, starting to Monster, got all this energy drink, went massive on it, and then just sort of totally went off it from then on. Poisoned myself with it and thought, yeah, no, that's not for me. Are you going to watch World Cup webcasts? Yeah, probably, if I'm not out doing something myself. I've got a pretty busy year lined up, so I'm sure I'll be doing something most of the time, but what was rad about this year was like when I wasn't qualifying so well, actually getting to watch the events from the bottom of the hill was so sick. Like, cause when you qualify well and you come down later on, you miss it all really. You get the last few riders, but actually watching it from the bottom, feeling the energy of the crowd, and it was pretty special. I really enjoyed it. It was good. Who's going to win Lords? Well, my heart wants Bruni to win, so we will see. Brutal last year when he crashed, man, but he took it like an absolute champion. I was so proud of him. Coming to finish area, just like, still just loving the crowd, and that was well special. That was a good moment. Will you run plus size tyres now that you're retired? No, I'm not retired. Everyone's saying I'm retired, it's funny. I'm not retired, not running plus size, so no. Thank you, not yet. Whose idea was it for you to be the yoga stoner guy for the Syndicate video? I think it was Joe Bowman mainly, and Kathy and Will also did a bit of script. What a fair effort, like I was thinking, oh no, all this acting could be horrendous, and it turned out such a mint video. And I was like, at school I always used to go, you know, have your Christmas play at school every year. It was always like, what do you want to be, Josh? And I'd be like, non-speaking, please. So I got a non-speaking part again, which feels perfect. I was buzzing with that. Who had the hardest time keeping a straight face filming that video? I think probably Petey doing all that shouting and stuff. I had it easy and I struggled, but just because I always have a cheesy grin anyway. But I think Stephen, I don't know, they all had a pretty hard time. It was a funny video. Would Bowman or Sven win in a wrestling match? I'd love to see it. I think obviously Mongo's got the weight about him, and he's got the weight advantage. I'd like to see Joe beat him, lay the smack down. What's up with 50 to 1? Just a bit of fun really, just me, Lou, Sam and Petey, going wherever it takes us, and just been like a little bit of hobby, something to do in the off season. Like obviously still been training and that and getting plenty of stuff in, but we have some right fun sessions, so it seems daft not to get the camera out and chuck it about, and always brings a little bit more out in you anyway, so good bit of fun, selling little bits and bobs we feel necessary, and yeah, letting it grow. Is the Fox video going to be sweet? Yeah man, definitely. We did like 3 weeks filming, rode I think 15 or maybe more, 18 days straight, and like stopped at so many amazing places. Every day we're riding somewhere new and rad with Kurt and Luce. The energy was never missing. And loads of wicked people joined us along the way, and finished with a real good tribute to Stevie on the island, and had a barbecue with his mum and stuff, which was just like mega special and wicked way to end the trip. So definitely some like emotions going too, but nothing but smiles the whole time. So I think it will come across well. I hope so, because we put a lot into it, and it was a good time for sure. If you were stranded on a desert island and had to take Boris or Kamako, who would you take and why? That is a tough one, man. Both of them are hilarious and mint and so similar. It's just like old school and new school, but the same guy, just like high energy, always up to something. Just mad, crazy mind always. It's the same person, so that is a tough call. I'm not even going to answer it, I can't answer it. Tell us something about Greg Minnaar that he wouldn't want us to know. That he lives in San Francisco and he's had colonic irrigation. Which, you know, I'm not homophobic in the slightest. Just throwing it out there. You can't play with a hippie, I don't hate card here. Who did you hate getting beaten by at a World Cup? Who did I hate getting beaten by at a World Cup? Probably Petey. Probably Steve. Do you ever think it's crazy that you're the last person to win a World Cup on 26-inch wheels? Well, yeah, no. I mean, for now, you never know what might happen. The industry's going to run out of new things to make at some point. It'll go full circle and everyone will be on 26 again, so... Yeah, pretty rad. My bike was out today, getting ridden, still going. I think at the time it was kind of mad because the week before we'd been at Fort William and me and Greg got smoked and Greg had worked it all out and we'd lost time on the motorway and it was definitely because we were on 26-inch wheels and blah, blah, blah. And then next weekend popped out of nowhere, so I was like, well, we're not all that bad after all. But then the new bikes came and we were sick, so it's one of them, innit? Bit of placebo going on, but maybe, I don't know. When you come to SoCal for the Fox movie, will you consume energy drinks? No, might have, what might I have? Been getting into coffee lately. I've not really ever been a caffeine man at all. I used to like have an Earl Grey in the morning, and that'll be about it. But since I've been doing some longer rides and trying to keep up with loose on the Enduro hype, I think caffeine is a worthy tool every now and then. So I've been enjoying a bit of coffee, but no energy drinks. Drink water. Rank the following from worst to best. Skin suits, no visor, or 29ers in downhill. I think 29ers are happening, pal. So say what you will. It's still a bike, innit? It's still got two wheels. If you've no visored through a crash, then power to you and you're still rocking it because you've obviously had a big one and you're going hard. So I think skin suits are the worst and men no visors and 29ers. I quite like a 29er. Roll over anything, don't we? If you could race a World Cup anywhere in the world, where would it be? I think Peeler. We rode Peeler this year. I'd never been there before for some reason. And at the end of our Morzine stay, we managed to get over for opening day. And it was like nothing I've ever ridden. It was like, oh my word. Banzaks were there. Me and Scuzz went. Ronnie racing. First few runs, it was like a graded motocross track. We'd like slapped over all the berms in. But it was like 3 inches of moon dust, but just smoothed, and you could just drift where you wanted and just fades down hills. And Peeler is a sick venue. And remember all the old World Cup footage, like super tech, like slow nadgery and some flat out. It has a bit of everything. It's a beautiful place. Lorenzo's there. It's good spot. Wouldn't you rather be training for that World Cup right now than answering these dumb questions? I don't reckon. 69. Yes.